Chapter 22. If you were the baby buffalo at the Elmwood Park Zoo, maybe you would have found something like this. You wake up, you have breakfast, compliments of your mother's milk. You mosey on over to the lean-to. Surprise! A strange new animal in there, bigger than you, but a lot smaller than Mom. Hair, but only on top of its head, sitting in the straw, munching on a carrot, like Mom does. Every morning, same thing. You get to expect it. Some mornings you forget Mom's milk and head right on over to the lean-to. A creature offers you a carrot, but all you know how to deal with is milk. You nuzzle the new, funny-smelling, hairy-headed animal. It nuzzles you back. Mom doesn't seem to mind. After the nuzzling, the stranger climbs over the fence and goes away, not to return until that night. Only one morning, the stranger falls from the fence and lies on the ground, on the other side. It doesn't move. You try to poke your nose through the chain links, but you can't reach. You can watch. Only watch. The old man was bumping through the zoo in the park pickup when he spotted the body clumped up outside of the buffalo pen. He wheeled over, got out. A kid! At first, he couldn't only stare at the body, then at the baby bison, whose large brown eyes seemed to be watching them both. The mother came lumbering over, nodding as if to confirm. A kid. The kid looked terrible. His clothes were scraps, rags. Wherever his body showed through, it was bony and dirty and scratched. The two bison, staring, seemed to say, well, do something. The old man gathered his own bones and muscles as best he could and managed to hoist the kid and get him into the pickup. He laid him on the seat, bent his legs so he could close the door. He knew he would take the kid straight to the hospital, or a doctor, someplace official, someplace right. But the pickup just sort of steered itself back to the band shell. And there he was, lugging the kid into the baseball equipment room. The season was over by now, but the army green burlap bags still stood ready for the next to call, "Play ball!" He yanked out a couple of chest protectors and laid the kid down, carefully with his head. At least he was breathing. Though it wasn't cold, it seemed as if the kid ought to be covered. So he'd so the cold so the old man took his winter work jacket off the hook and laid that over him. Then he waited and watched. With trembling, dusty fingers, he touched the kid's limp, scrawny hand. He had never really touched a kid's hand before.